Welcome back to All Elbows MMA. I'm Rowan.
I'm Aaron, y'all.
And we're here to bring you the picks for UFC Mexico City. Brandon Moreno versus Loney Kavanagh. And I know. Why is this a fight? We get it. We're going to start right with that fight because we know that that's really all that people care about. We'll go down from there. And if you still want to see till the very end when we see Mr. Damian Penis, that's your choice. All right?
Or Ernesta.
Karitz-Kaite. Yeah, there's lots of Ryan Gandra. Jose Medina. There's a lot of guys that were like,
dude, this is
you're
super
still in the
sharp.
UFC? Chris Moutinho. You're still in the UFC?
You're still alive?
Period. Bro, for real. We'll hop right into it, though. Starting off with the fight that just makes the most sense out of all this, right? Doesn't it just make so much sense that Loney Kavanagh just lost to Charles Johnson and then skipped him in the rankings, and now he's fighting one of the top contenders?
Yep.
As much as it does not make sense where they are, it also is still competitive, and that's a tough spot to be in this division. Because Brandon Moreno wins, oh, Kavanagh doesn't belong there. Kavanagh wins, well, he clearly doesn't belong there, but he just beat one of the top contenders in this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Then what does that mean for the rest of the division, right?
Yeah. I think the UFC settled with this because the other option was Charles Johnson, who just beat Loner Kavanagh, but is also a veteran, just got viciously slept by Perez, who I think actually got re-signed to the UFC, even though he should have gotten cut for the amount of cancellations, weight misses. Anyways, the point that I'm trying to make here is that as confusing as it might be, they were like, well, it's better than if Charles Johnson wins, because then there's a real clusterfuck at 125 where like, yo, what is actually going on? Honestly, I don't think this is too bad, because there's enough question marks to make you think that Loner could potentially get it done. Honestly, I would be picking Loner if he came back and just got at least one win. Even if it was a decision, not too impressive. But confidence is a big thing in this sport that I haven't really been taking into consideration in a lot of my picks, and feel like I should start taking into consideration. Now, Brandon Moreno also is coming off of a pretty confusing loss, where I'm not sure where his confidence is at. So
I don't think that loss necessarily took his confidence away that much.
Exactly.
Most people watching that knew that it wasn't that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm more worried about Loner, who this is his first real loss and a bad one at that. It was a bad knockout.
We've also got to say, though, Joshua Van was in this same situation where he lost to the same guy, Charles Johnson.
Yep.
He came back. The only difference, which I think would have been much better, coming back and slowly ramping up your challenges, get a few fights in a year then get one of these big challenges.
That's what I'm saying. If Kavanagh had a few steps up and then got Moreno here, I'd love it. I'd be taking Kavanagh. In fact, I'd probably be taking Kavanagh by KO. But unfortunately, he hasn't gotten that opportunity to build himself up and his confidence back up, where he's just going straight back into the fire, and he's going up against someone who is better than Charles Johnson. Although Moreno has a few question marks in his last few performances, he gassed out against Royval in Mexico City the last time he was here in Mexico. It's a question mark. I still just think he's overall talented, and I feel safer betting on Moreno's chin and cardio than I do betting on Loner's chin and cardio.
Yeah, I'd say if there was a 115-pound division for these men, Loney would probably be the champ.
Yeah.
He's one of the smallest guys in this entire weight class. At flyweight, that's a tough spot to be in.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think no matter his skill level, it seems like that's sort of been his issue, why he has some of these sloppy takedowns where he's just starts getting, like his opponent starts getting back into the fight and he just goes for a takedown trying to get out of that position. Like he gets very uncomfortable in these positions. And I could understand, bro, being 5'4", some of these guys in this division are like 5'9".
Yeah.
Bro, if he wants to go up against Tatsuro Taira, he's going to look like two weight classes apart.
Yeah.
Dude. Aside from being the veteran and having more skills overall, I think he's bigger, and that's going to help him out a lot.
I'm taking Moreno by decision. I think a sub is very possible, as you have in your pick.
I'm taking him by sub. Round 3.
I think that Loney has just enough or like grappling where he's going to be able to defend the subs, but I think he's going to get tired. Moreno's going to put a pace on him, and he's going to be like, you know what, it's better to just lay here than just standing and getting ripped to the body and getting beat up.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're going to move on, but Moreno by decision for me, and then...
If that's all you're going to watch, please like and subscribe.
Yes. I don't blame... Hey,
I don't blame you.
We do not blame you guys if you click off the video here, because that's about the only actual material that is worth watching on YouTube. Now, for the degenerates out there, this is for you. We're going to get into the rest of the card. We got Chito Vera, who is coming off of 3 losses against David Martinez, who is on a win streak. He's won his last 5. He is minus 280 here, and Chito is plus 220. Guys, one point after the loss to Sugar, I became more of a Chito fan. Said that he can still float in the top of this division, and boy was I wrong. This guy is dog shit, and I thought that like he had the tools, just couldn't figure it out, and that's why he got those late finishes to rally towards the start of the career. But now I'm seeing that, bro, those were just lucky fucking Hail Marys. This guy has no calculation to his striking. He freezes up when he starts to actually get beat up.
Yeah.
And overall, I gotta pick David Martinez. I do think that this is a winnable fight for Chito if he actually like puts his brain together and actually goes for it. There's a lot of times recently where I've seen him hurt someone. I think he hurt Zahabi pretty decently once in that fight, and he just did not put his foot on the gas. Guys, I'm taking David Martinez with my official pick, but I just want to give you warning. Don't be surprised if Chito Vera gets a finish somehow. I'm either from actually coming out motivated or just by throwing another round 3 Hail Mary. But I will say Chito has looked better against shorter competition in the past. I know he lost to Figgy, but I'm taking David Martinez. But
Same.
I have a little bit of skepticism about Chito. Is all I'm saying. Although I label him shit, I still do think there's a chance he can turn it around, but I think that's the fan in me. So
let's not skip past this fact, though, that David Martinez, just like we said in the last fight, he is much shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Chito Vera is about... I mean, I think these guys are about the same height, like, discrepancy as the last fight.
Yeah.
He's much more built. He seems to not get bullied by these guys,
Mm-hmm.
whether he's getting taken down or anything. David Martinez seems to be able to resist that a lot more. And I really, really love his striking style, man.
Yeah.
I think Chito's going to look worse than ever.
Okay.
Not just...
Wouldn't be surprised.
Not just bad. I don't think Chito should even be in the rankings at this point.
Well, there you have it, guys. We both have Martinez by decision as our official picks. Let's keep moving. Daniel Zellhuber versus King Green.
Yep.
Daniel Zellhuber in his last performance was minus 700. Came in and got his ass whooped by Michael Johnson. And the worst part was, guys, I have never seen a dumber fight in my life. And what I mean is that Zellhuber just kept spamming the same head kick that was getting immediately read and blocked by Michael Johnson.
Yeah.
Zellhuber, he's young, he's athletic, he's on the taller side for this division. But I am concerned about his fight IQ after that last fight.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a good chance that something was off with him that day. I am going to pick Daniel Zellhuber here just because I think King Green is just so deteriorated and so far at the end of his career where like just a button could fly and hit his face and knock him out. So the point that I'm trying to make is that I am picking Daniel Zellhuber by KO. I'm sure you guys don't want me to listen to me break down Daniel Zellhuber anymore. I'm picking him by KO, but I do acknowledge that this guy has really bad striking IQ.
Yeah, I'm sort of just riding with the fact that Daniel Zellhuber was throwing kicks in that fight over and over like he didn't want to throw his hands. So I'm just going to go out on a limb and assume that he had some sort of injury. He probably came in, maybe it's a betting scandal or whatever, look into this guy. I don't know. But I'm going to assume that last fight, that loss was just a fluke. he seemed off. I'm not saying he's like an amazing fighter or
Mhm.
anything, but he's shown to have a lot more to him than what he showed against Michael Johnson.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're both riding Zellhuber. I think he's gonna pick up that KO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Week
round 2.
two.
Rowan is round 3.
Round 3.
Let's get it. Guys, as we keep going, the pace is probably going to continue to go up and up because, again, we were kind of joking, but we do acknowledge that some of these fights have a lot less interest.
It's because we
towards
care
the
about
top.
you. We care about
But,
your time.
Of course,
It's important.
we want you guys to have the best MMA knowledge on every fight, which is why we're still covering them. So, anyways, our next fight is Edgar Chairez and Felipe. How do you say his last name?
Bunes.
Felipe Bunes.
Filipino.
Guys, I'm high on Edgar. I really like him. His last performance, his post-fight press conference or interview, really touching. I like this guy. I'm a big fan of him. He's 6 years younger than Felipe, and guys, he's the favorite. I'm taking Edgar Chairez by decision. I don't got anything else to say besides I'm a fan of the guy. I think he's gonna pick this up by decision. I think he's just a little bit better everywhere. Also has the reach advantage. However, they are the same height, so.
Yeah, I'm not too high on either of these guys. I just think Chairez has proven himself a lot more against UFC competition. Bunes, she's got a couple good subs, but he seems lacking a lot of departments in this. This might be Edgar's first decision in a while.
Yeah.
Because he's only been winning by sub lately. Next up, this is a great prospect. And I want to see a lot more out of Imanol Rodriguez. I like both these guys. I've been watching Kevin Borjas barely stay in this division for a while now, and he's always got close fights, even though he doesn't win a lot of them. I think Imanol is just going to be able to show up and show off for this. I think I actually picked a finish for him.
I'm also taking Rodriguez. Borjas is better than people are giving him credit for at plus 310, but I still don't think this is his fight. I think this is Imanol's fight, and I think he gets it done by KO.
Imanol's just going to be adding up over and over, and he'll probably TKO him like from top mount on the ground.
It's not a bad pick.
This next one's a solid one too, and you see both of us went opposites on this because we both see it ending quick. Angel Pacheco has not been finished in the UFC, but he also has not won in the UFC yet. 2 losses in a row. Dana was like,
he put up a war on the Contender Series. He lost, then got brought into the UFC, and then got his ass whooped in his last fight.
Yeah.
So he's shown that he's durable, but he hasn't shown that he's actually UFC caliber. I think this is pretty obvious that Luna is going to win this fight. However, again, as Rowan said, I have him winning by knockout, which is crazy because Angel is super durable, but I'm a firm believer that if you keep going in, you can't keep relying on your chin. One day it's going to get cracked, and Angel has taken so much damage in those last 2 fights, and at 34 years old, I think it will get cracked. And
I think that's fair. Santiago's got great striking, and in a lot of these scenarios with these guys with tough chins like this, I know Santiago has those subs in his back pocket. So if he gets some quick knockdown, which I think he's going to get in the first round, I think he's going to dive straight on a guillotine or a sub. Just try to finish that as quick as possible.
Jose Medina and Ryan Gandra. Super anticipated fight, guys. This is Medina's exit out of the UFC. This is definitely his last fight on the contract. And UFC said, hey, we haven't been getting a lot of finishes on the prelims.
Yeah.
Let's go finally make an exciting prelim fight, guys. It is almost March. It's almost March. And all the prelims have been shit on every card so far this year. Just want to put that out there. But there's not much to talk about. Jose Medina's pretty shit.
Hey, that one with Josh Hokett was actually okay. There were like 4 KOs. That was the only one.
Yeah. I guess that was all right.
The rest, 1 out of 4 so far, bro. It's Not
And
that
even
great.
at that, we've seen better prelims than that 324 card.
Totally.
Anyways, guys, Gandra, KO, round 1. Very simple. Medina's dog shit out of the UFC. Moving on.
Hey, I do want to say one more thing.
Okay.
Gandra also fucking sucks. Dude, as much as he's got KOs, he's got an okay record. I have not watched this guy fight once and gone like, wow, that was clean.
Mm-hmm. Guys, Macy, Chiasson, and Ailin, Perez. I'm taking Perez by decision. Macy, Chiasson is pretty large for the division, but all I think that means is that Perez is just going to be able to grab her legs easier and take her down.
Yeah.
Pretty self-explanatory. It's a women's fight, so my advice to you is if you don't know how to pick method, just pick decision.
Macy Chiasson is one of the skinniest and tallest fighters for these weight classes. That sort of explains one of the craziest KOs I've ever seen. She got liver kicked. Up kick to the liver, bro.
I remember
that. Was all it took.
I was so happy. If you get liver up kicked from the ground finished, I'm never picking you. Plain and simple. And Macy Chiasson, there's a lot of girls she can beat in this division, but I'm not gonna bet or pick her to beat Perez. So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it's just tough because Perez is so small. Man, 5'5". She needs to go down to 125. I think. Obviously, she wouldn't be so well endowed, and I know that's why most people watch her. But I'm gonna go with my gut and say Perez can control.
Okay.
Probably split decision. In fact, I see that one being pretty close. This is one that, as silly as it looks, we did debate for a little while. You and I. We were talking Cristian Quiñonez, another guy who has only lost in the UFC. Maybe he has one win, but those last two were tough, and he got subbed twice in a row. See, Moutinho he's not a great fighter. He's really not. But they are about the same height. And, I'm pretty sure Chris Moutinho is now with a new coach. I'm pretty sure he's training under it says New England Cartel, so he's training with the Rob Font and Calvin Kattar. I don't know if that's really gonna do much of a difference here. They both just look so bad lately. That's the tough part about these prelims lately. It's been so many guys that are like, wait, they're still in the UFC? Why? Why was Jose Medina? Why is Chris Moutinho? Why is half these guys?
Yep.
We're probably going to be hating this fight.
Yep. Possible piss break. Moving on to the next fight, we got Douglas Silva de Andrade versus Javier Reyes. I have Reyes KO round 1. Rowan has KO round 2. Pretty self-explanatory. Douglas Silva is 40 years old.
Almost 41.
Almost 41.
At bantamweight.
And his last fight was almost 2 years ago against Miles John. Don't get it fooled. Mother Time finds every UFC fighter no matter how good. And the fact that he's almost 41, has 3 fights in 4 years. I mean, this is a recipe for this guy's going to go in there and look like a grandpa. And that's what I'm betting on. Reyes KO round 1.
Obviously, Douglas Silva de Andrade has not been finished. But
he's also never been 41 years old. If you're still here, you're a degenerate. Here's our picks.
Yeah. If you're still here, I'm impressed.
I love you.
But I'm also concerned for you. I'm even concerned for myself, man.
What the fuck are we doing here, man?
Okay, we got 2 more. Dude.
I don't even want to cover the Silva Marshall fight.
Hey, bro.
Guys, we're not going to touch on this one.
Eric Silva sucks.
Eric Silva sucks, and because of that, we're picking Francis Marshall by decision.
Yeah.
Very simple breakdown for you guys.
Now, the fight that I actually was excited to see. Damian Penis.
Let's go.
Wes Schultz. Schultz versus Penis.
Let's go.
Yeah. In 5 years' time, bro, this is going to be a title fight. Calling it now. Wouldn't it just be funny to hear your winner, Damian Penis?
Yep.
Thank you. That's what I'm waiting for.
I'm taking KO round 2. I think that Wes will be able to survive the first round either off of running or shooting for some takedowns. And I think that Damian Penis will beat him up and then finish him in the second round. Simple breakdown, guys.
Yeah, bro.
Damian Penis for the win.
Imagine if we got like Francis Ngannou at 23 in the UFC, dude. That's kind of what we got now. And I know he has a loss. That loss is a disqualification.
Yeah. It was a kick that was illegal.
Kick. Illegal kick.
That's what it said on Tapology, at least.
Yeah. And that's what we're using, bro. Also, do yourself a favor. Make a Tapology account. Why not?
We're not sponsored by
We're not sponsored. I just really appreciate the site. I'm not a big Sherdog fan. Sherdog, it's really ugly. Like that black and orange style. It just doesn't look good. But Sherdog does have more information. A lot of these fights, especially older fights. But yeah, Wes Schultz, he's going to do good, but he's going to get knocked out like he did just a couple fights ago.
Yep.
And I might even go round 1 KO on this. But
okay. I'm going to stick with round 2.
Yeah, I think round 2 is the better option.
Yeah. Guys, we are All Elbows MMA.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for watching this prediction video, considering this event is a shit show, especially starting from the bottom. There's a lot of poop there. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you actually listened past the main card, we love you and we're concerned for you.
We really are.
Guys, we have tons of more content on the way. Stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. Peace.
Take care of yourselves.
Deuces. God fucking damn, I wanted to kill myself for those last 4 fights. Holy shit.
To feel it, dude.
Oh my god, I was like, holy fuck.
Alright, let's sesh, bro.